Hey, this is Louis from Breakdance, and in this video, I want to walk you through the styling options the menu builder provides for top-level links. So let's go to the menu builder, and let's go to the Design tab, and under Desktop menu, let's open the Links panel. The first option you'll see is Typography. This is going to control the typography styles of each link, so I can make the links a different color, I could choose a different family, different font size, different font weight. Let's go with Source Sans Pro, and let's make these 17px, and let's make them my brand color, which is black. Let's turn up the weight a little bit. Let's go to 600 weight. Okay, those are my menu links now. Now let's go to Effect. Effect lets us create a hover effect on the link. So here's underline. That looks like this, which is pretty nice. We can also do overline. And we can also add a background. If you specify a background, you want to specify a color for that background. So you could do something like that. Let's go with underline, and then under Effect Direction, let's choose left. The underline comes in from the left. I should probably change that color to something darker like black. Underline comes in from the left. I could also do center. It will expand out from the center. I could choose right. I could choose top, or I could choose bottom, which means it animates up from the bottom or down from the top. I can also customize the thickness, so I could do something like 4px, and I could also customize the color, so I could use, a completely different color, like an accent color, for example. Okay, let's set that color back to black, since black's going to look better. Let's do Effect Direction, center, and a thickness of 3 pixels. That will look nice for this menu. Next up, we have size. So we can specify the amount of padding on these links. I could go 20 pixels on all sides, or I could go, taller on the top and bottom and less on the left and right, or I could go more on the left and right and less on the top and bottom. Totally up to you. I think 24 pixels on all sides is going to look good for this menu. The next option we have is space between. I generally recommend using padding instead of space between because padding makes it easier to click the link. If you mouse over anywhere on the link, you'll be able to click it. But if you don't want those underlines coming right up next to each other, you can add some space between the links. I'll specify 20 pixels of space between the links so you can see how that looks. And now you'll only see the underline on the clickable area, and there'll be dead space between the links. That would generally look better if you used a little less padding on your size. So let's demo that right here. Do 8 pixel on either side, and now the effect and the menu looks like that. We also have styling options for drop-down arrows, which we can disable entirely, or we can customize. I could give a different color for the drop-down. You can see it's purple. Of course, you can set a hover color for that drop-down too. I'm just going to do something ugly so you can see what's happening in the video. We have a size for the drop-down arrow. We can make it bigger or smaller. Let's reset that color back to black. We can specify the gap. That's the distance away from the link the drop-down arrow is. We can also offset it up or down. I'm going to leave the default, and we can customize the rotation. So I could go 90. It's probably bad for this icon. Let's do 180, 270, and then open rotation would be 360, and that's going to look like that. You can also upload a completely custom drop-down arrow. So you can go to drop-down arrows. Under custom arrow, you can specify any arrow you want. For example, I chose arrow right. Let's get rid of that rotation, so it's the default. And by default, it's not going to do anything until the menu is open. Then it's going to rotate it. This isn't the rotation we want for our custom arrow, though, so let's customize that rotation so it looks better. Back to links, drop-down arrows. I'm going to set my closed rotation to 0 and my open rotation to 90. Now it's going to rotate 90 degrees when we open the drop-down, which is the effect that we want. Okay, that is how to customize the link styles of the desktop menu in Breakdance's menu builder. Stay tuned for the next tutorial where I'll walk you through the drop-down styles.